Hey, this is Parsival coming to you with the weekly outlook for the week of the 21st to the 26th. This is the calendar for the week, and this is like a medium week. There's a little bit of news, a little bit of hot news here and there. Starting out with, there's no news on Sunday or Monday, so going into Tuesday, we have the Euro news, the German flash manufacturing PMI. We have the NZD, the Kiwi official cash rate. Then we have the GDP, the preliminary GDP quarterly, the core PCE price, and then the FOMC minutes. Not the rate decision, but the minutes. And then the pound, the Bank of England Governor Bailey speaks. And then on Friday, the Treasury currency report. So it's a medium week. It's a medium week. We got a couple of news releases to look for. And so that takes us into the charts. With the charts, we go straight into the dollar. All right, on the dollar, on the weekly, this is what I was waiting for. It's basically rallying all the way up, and I've been saying this. This is going to go into 97 and a half, right, up into this area right here. It could go higher, but that's the target that I have for it right now. There's no, as you can see, it's been coiling around this area for a little while, a couple of weeks, but now it's actually rallying. Okay, S&P 500 is still bullish, going long. It took a little bit of a break these last 2 weeks, but I still believe it's going to end out pretty strong, probably about in the 4,800. Gold is now in its I had to redraw some lines, and now what it looks like, it's within a wedge. It passed this area here, and now it has run up into 1850, and it's within the wedge. And so what it looks like, what has happened here, it hit the top of this trend line, and it moved down. So I am going to say that this is going to be. I'm gonna go. I want to say long, but with the dollar rallying, that's something that I have to actually go into. The dollar rallied, but also gold rallied. Now you don't normally see that all the time. That is not the usual, to see gold and the dollar rallying at the same time, but I guess that's inflation fears going through. So I am going to call this long. I'm going to say it's going to probably break through this trend line, go higher, because it also broke through. It's a super trend breakout, and I'm going to look for it to go to 1925 up in this area with that structure. Bitcoin took a breather this week. It actually fell a little bit, and now it's like, I would believe it's probably going to be neutral. It's going to range a little bit before it continues its run up into 73 and 91. Oil, look at oil. It came off of that 84. It is trending down as a retracement back down into 74. I just want to take a look here at the Fibonacci to see if there is a zone or some type of structure that we can look for it to retrace to, and that would be in this area right here. The 50 is right at the monthly support at 74, so it's right below that 73.41. So it could bounce off of there in that area right there, and then continue to go higher. All right, on the CAD, the CAD basically is in a wedge. It's a large wedge, but the I would put this as being bearish. This is a retracement, and it basically retraced back up into the 5061 area, 61.8. So I would be looking for this to be actually bearish. This is just a retracement, pullback, and then a continuation to go short. The euro has blasted. It has declined. It has been extremely bearish, but that's been the trend over the last like half year. Look at that, since June it's just been falling, and that is because the dollar has been very bullish. And so we know when the euro is bearish, the dollar usually is bullish. So it's been doing that, and as you can see, you can almost see the inverse correlation between the euro and the dollar. Very nice, very nice. All right, so let's go on to the pound. And the pound is actually, it is bearish, but it is falling much less. It doesn't have the same type of correlation with the dollar as the euro, but it is bearish, and I'm looking for it to fall into 132. All right, the pound yen came off of a trend line. Right now it looks like it's basically coiling, but it did fall on the daily. This is not the 4 hour. Let me see. I mean the weekly. 4 hour. This is weekly. It did fall back down into the 61.8 area, so that's a good retracement area. And so I'm gonna call this one bullish, and the sentiment on that is neutral. All right, I haven't been speaking on the sentiment, but sentiment on the dollar pound is bullish, and this one has been coiling over the last couple of weeks. It is right now finding support at 113.75, but I am calling this one bullish. The euro pound is bearish because the euro is so bullish, and the pound really is in like a neutral state. The sentiment on it is short, so we are going to call this short, but not very short, because what I believe is going to basically hit this support right here at 0.8375, and it's going to coil around in that area right there. So, and then the Aussie Kiwi is in this zone area right here. It has fallen past the point of what I would call retracement, and now it's more like in a decision zone. We also have this here, this support at 103. So I'm going to say that this is going to be bullish this week, along with the news coming out with the Kiwi rate decision. That's going to be big to see which way this actually goes. So if they actually decide to start raising, that would mean that the Kiwi would basically push this further down. If not, if it stays basically level, most likely the Aussie will take over and it will rally. All right. So that's about it for the call. And as you can see, interestingly enough, on the sentiment, it is short. So that's about it right this week for my basic bias and some sentiment for the pairs that I'm watching, right? My usual pairs. And so let's get on to Trademiner and the trade ideas from Trademiner 5.0. All right, here we are on Trademiner 5.0. The Forex trade idea for the week, and it's a bearish Euro Kiwi. Interesting because we have that Kiwi news, and so it is 7 years, and the probability of this to actually do well is high, and we have a win rate of 86%. All right, and it's from November the 21st to December the 2nd, and then we have the Trademiner stocks, and I'm going with a bullish News Corp from November the 22nd to December the 1st. And it has a probability of high with a win rate of 100% over the last 7 years, which is tremendous. All right, so that's a trade idea. Now let's go ahead. I'm not going to do, I was going to do Season X. I always say Season X for some reason, but Season X. But the last one we did was WPP, and I am not really doing a good job on following that one. So let's go to the charts. Let's check out the charts and let's see what exactly is going on over here. All right. So this over here, I'm going to bring this down. We're going to look at the Euro Kiwi, and on the Euro Kiwi, it is a bearish. So it's already, this is a great, it lines up with the technicals on this. So I'm going to go ahead and take the full trade tomorrow. I'm doing this on Saturday. Tomorrow I'm going to take the full trade going down and see exactly if that completes. And then on News Corp, let's open that one up. And this is a bullish trade. Now look at that. This is not lining up well. So this would just be half the position going into this bullish position, because the technicals aren't giving me the full confidence that this is actually going to go well, and I would just be trading the blind. So that would be that. Now let's go into some of the trades that I did put on, and that was last week was the pound CAD. Okay, let me just, I like to have these like that. And so far this trade, I only put half of it on because I didn't have the full confidence. When it actually breaks above here, I'm going to take a little bit more. But this trade, as you can see, is still in the negative. So it didn't really go anywhere. It didn't do anything. And that's bad, man. It feels bad, man. So the next one was Save. And Save also feels bad, man. Feels bad. It did not go up. I only took half the position. I didn't take the whole position. I took half of it, and so it's going down. So I would have to wait, and maybe I can get a little extra more if it goes back up. I can see that this is, no, that's not giving me any good signal. But we got until, this one is a long one. I took a long one in that didn't line up with the normal trade window or trade cycle as I would. So this was going to go all the way to December the 30th. Let's see if that one gets us some money. Alright, so with that, I am not going to go over the rest of it, but you can see with taking some of these trade ideas, we did make some money. We did make some money so far, and we're just up $2,000. That came off of 2 trades, which was that's basically these 2, TDG and Broadcom, AVGO. Some very big trades, and I had some small trades that actually went well. But as you can see, the last trade on the Swissy Yen and Paycom, this is Paycom, they went bad. But still, we're up. So with that, I'm going to say knowledge is power, be power hungry, and power to the people. This is Parsival,